Shalom, everyone. Hope that you're doing well today, February the 18th. Sorry about the way I look. I feel like I look like a mad woman this morning. I'm just like, my hair is just really fried. And anyway, it's been a very rough week. Maybe you've had a rough week so far. I send you love and light, but we're going to get through it. And if it's your birthday today, happy birthday to you. Happy anniversary as well. And if you are returning back, welcome back, guys. I need your prayers. I send you also love and light and prayers. If you're brand new, my name is Shannon. I'm glad to have you. Audio discretion advised. If you have little ones around, my channel is really, really intense. I only care about hearing from God Almighty, the Most High, Jehovah Elohim, maker of heaven and earth. This is not a religious channel. I'm not a religious person. I am for uprightness and only speaking by the word of the Most High God only. There's no light on the inside of us unless He's on the inside of us. I have freedom of speech and I have rights, and no one gets a right to take my rights away, nor yours. You have a right to choose to live or to choose to die, and I choose to live. God gives us only two paths in this realm, and it's either live or die. Do what's right or be some kook and die at the end. And I only choose the Most High God. And so anyway, we have people trying to control people, and it's absolutely ridiculous and crazy. They got things to hide. But when you walk before the eyes of the Most High and understand He's there, whether you care about it or not, He's watching you and I all day long. And you fear God, not man. It makes all the difference in the world. How you show up, especially when you have an understanding of what's beyond this realm, that we are all going to pass through and end up on either side of something. And so anyway, you lay on your bed and you speak the truth in your heart, you're in a good place. You're in a good place, folks. All right, let's get in here and see what's going on real quick. I was really late getting up this morning, like really just dragging myself along. Let me grab a drink of coffee. All right, Most High, I just thank you for this day. What do you want to say to the collective? What's around us today? Please give us your truth. Three of Swords. Somebody's pierced. I'm sorry, I send you love and light. There's been deception around stuff. When you get a couple threes like that in a reading, obviously something's happened. Whatever's going on, it's heartbreaking, piercing. The Star, exposure. Something being exposed out here, and then being able to stand your ground, still getting a victory. Somebody feeling insecure around something, or somebody was acting around a matter, if somebody is putting on a little front and acting, then they're really pierced somewhere. A lot of people do that. A lot of people do that. There's knowledge out here around stuff. We also have the Judgment jumping on that Three of Swords. Hold on. This word in the pictograph goes to somebody who's sick. Somebody may have an incurable disease out here around something. If somebody also died around some type of a choking, I get the phonics of a rope. Also, I get the phonics of rape out here in the last couple of days. It's been extremely strong that God's been talking about a gangbang nonsense that's been trying to be had in a matter that didn't come out right. But anyway, you understand what I mean. But there's a judgment, and somebody knows that there's possibly somebody coming back around, and there's going to be some type of a judgment, and somebody is back and forth, trying to get their balance today. Well, anyway, something's guided with this regardless. I just heard Most I said they thought they were going to get their way, but they don't, but they're not. Okay, well, anyway, whoever thinks that they're going to try to come back around somewhere and try to get your way in some matter, it ain't going to work out for you. God's going to put some type of a judgment, a really harsh judgment on something. If you're doing something in some type of, I'm just going to act. Why would you want to show up that way, folks? I don't even want to know it. You go ahead and act around me all day long. I'm going to be me. That's how I feel about it. You get judged for that nonsense. Because it's called a lie. And that's why piercing is out here. Show me this judgment, please. The letter R and the letter P is here. Something about being poor is also here. We have the Page of Wands crossing the Judgment. Okay, so if it's in the upright, for some of you all, that's positive because something's going to be exposed around something. If it's in the negative, obviously that's mischievous nonsense. So somebody's hanging in the balance on putting a judgment on something because something is also still heartbreaking. There's that King of Cups. He came out in the reverse yesterday. Show me this message, please. These are in the reverse. King of Wands, he came out yesterday. He was in the upright yesterday with that King of Cups in the reverse. Regardless, we hit it both ways here. King of Wands came out in the reverse. If this is the other man, somebody's married and it's off. That's the marriage card. And some female was in the reverse yesterday, and a lost pregnancy came out of something out here. Also the Three of Cups, gossipy stuff. Something's being known out here today, and somebody's hanging in the balance of whatever they've communicated out here or is trying to return to communicate. I'm foreseeing something being really bad in a matter out here is what the Most High is showing. Something going to be public in some type of communication around something being exposed. It's heartbreaking, and somebody's gonna have to get their balance. If somebody secretly physically exchanged to do something, it ain't going somebody's way. They thought they're gonna get their way in something, or they think they're gonna get their way in something. God say no. Something's gonna explode in somebody's face out here. A lot of people are gonna know some crap. It ain't gonna be good. If you're dealing with the other man and somebody's trying to be real, hey, freshy with this nonsense, there's a judgment on it, folks. You can do whatever you want. You have free will, but I'm telling you, the karmic activity, God's been saying things have been forbidden out here the last 4 days. Anyway, the world cards at the bottom of the deck. What's in the hidden space? This King of Wands, somebody could be losing their temper with him in the reverse that way as well. He is an explosive hothead. Somebody's boss could be here as well. If I am dealing with somebody in stardom, then I am as well. But it is showing me something at your work is here today. So somebody's trying to rekindle something, or their heart, either they are heartbroken and now they're being mischievous. And for others of you, it's showing somebody's going to get heartbroken out of this thing. If you think you're going to try to come rekindle something because it's backwards, and somebody's married out here, and people are going to know about this thing. It's showing in a really big way. Something gonna look, exposure, gossipy things are gonna be had out of it. People are gonna hear something, and people are gonna wake up to something that God's saying, I'm gonna put a judgment on something. But you go right on ahead, and then you're gonna be sitting here go, why did I try to do that? Because it's gonna pierce you really bad, whatever this is. Somebody's married out here, but you can do whatever you want. It comes with the sword with God, but you can do what you want. Don't shoot the messenger, but God don't lie. I don't care if you think that there's a God or not. I know there's a God, and many of you do too. But anyway, somebody's trying to come back to rekindle something, or they did, for others of you, whatever the timeline is, but somebody's still dealing with this energy today. What else is in the hidden space? Kooky people, man, kooky freaks out there. So yesterday we had the word test. These came out in the reverse. And I said somebody was being tested. Now study is in the reverse, and the journey. Somebody ain't going nowhere with this. Journey is in the reverse. And somebody don't have no knowledge. They think they're playing some type of stupid game out here on whatever they're trying to accomplish. And then we got the key out here. This is something, this has a meaning of something very important that is going on, folks. Because there is a judgment from on high. Somebody's sick out here. They can't help it. I guess they just can't freaking help it. I just feel like somebody here they come again. They just can't help it. They're ate up with some stupid kookish stuff out here, whoever this energy is, and they're stupid. Somebody ain't getting nowhere with this. Your relatives are out here involved in something going on out here. It says, the Most High God, Yehovah Nisi is your banner. Well, somebody would be dangerous out here if somebody just won't stop, trying to rekindle, got to figure out a way how to get back in here and do something because something's already happened and I'm known, or God's going to let it be known. God's going to let people talk about some stuff out here because somebody won't stop. And we dealing with the preacher out here. Okay, well, anyway, somebody ain't holy out here. They're in the reverse. Says, as an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient ear. So God's trying to warn whoever is trying to rekindle in some mischievous way, just something that's going on. It is showing me that somebody is married out here, and this is the other man. So for a lot of you all, it is something sexual, because again, God's just been pounding it this week. God's trying to give you some wise reproof. Are you obedient to his word? Because there's heartbreak nonsense out here. And God's your banner if you do something right. Okay. There is an upright leader involved in something going on with this. Okay. Well, thank you for your leadership. Those of you who are in the upright. It says that the king by judgment establishes the land, but he that receives gifts and bribes will overturn the land. So you got an upright leader here, and somebody's trying to come back to rekindle something out here. I don't know what you're dealing with, but somebody trying to get in to do something around somebody that is upright out here. And if somebody thinks that they're going to give you a bribe, whoever's in any kind of leadership, boss, head of household, I don't care who you are, just any person in general, you're upright, somebody's trying to give that bribe, you're going to overthrow something. But this is going to a kingship. A head of something is out here. And it's going to overturn and be piercing if you take the bribe. But if you put a judgment on something, you're going to establish something in a really positive way. And so if you've already been approached, whoever I'm talking to, and you're going back and forth about this secret exchange, it's going to kill you. It's going to kill you in something. But you can do what you want. You got free will, just like I do. And everybody else in the earth. Somebody is coming back to do something. And they ain't smart at all. They're stupid. So a friendship in the reverse. Hold on a minute. So this friend, actually it came out sideways. So something's hanging in the balance here. Also came out with toxic. They ain't really your friend then. People can't be truthful. What else must have? A narcissist. Okay, well, anyway, somebody's dangerous with this energy, folks. Can't talk to a narcissist. And they are probably real touchy, but they walk on everybody else. That's what a narcissist does. They're here to use somebody. That's what they want to suck and 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 suck on somebody and use somebody. They're a leech. Somebody's really not your friend. It's one-sided if you think somebody is your friend. If you're married, your friend's around your spouse, because the female came out in the reverse yesterday and they got pregnant with this King of Wands energy with the other man. But check your friends, all of you who all are married, if you're involved in a church. This is the pastors. Obviously somebody's narcissist out here. They think they sit as a king. There were two kings that showed yesterday, and there's two kings showed this morning. King of Cups and King of Wands. And this King of Wands yesterday, whoever this energy goes to in a headship, I guess, took a bribe to rekindle something. You're in for a rude awakening with God. You just lost your soul as a narcissist. It's also pre-telling people and warning them for today. There's a driver involved in something. You could be a truck driver, or you deliver things. You interpreted a driver jumped on that King of Wands. Obviously, it's in the reverse. The journey card came out in the reverse. Somebody ain't going nowhere, or that's why they need somebody in some headship to do something for them. Fired. Somebody can get fired. Okay. Well, anyway, that boss energy is out here. It says the Most High is going to protect from a presented bribe. There's a bribe out here. So whoever's in any kind of kingship got the power to do just something for somebody. If you don't fire this individual who's a kook, because they're backwards, you're going to overthrow something a really bad way, and your own home is showing it's going to turn upside down and be uprooted is what it's showing. People are going to know about it, talk about it. So God's going to protect, but you got to do your part. You don't take money for nonsense. Burn, brand, charred, burning to the skin. Okay, if somebody's also got a house fire situation, somebody's house is burning down or did burn down, or there's fraudulent things around something. Also, take the D off of fired, and there's fire here. Okay, so burning energy is also out here, or people branding people's work. Also, somebody could just live on a farm where you have cows that are branded just to bring energy in a very wide spectrum out here for anybody's case. So your relatives out here on one card and your soulmates are out here on another. And so family's involved in some crap going on, folks. It's very important. If somebody's also come back around, somebody's got somebody's house key. Your friend really ain't your friend. Your house is backwards here and the key is here. And somebody, your relatives, your soulmates are attached to why they have that key. Because there's a third party out here. Somebody's in your house while you're at work. Maybe somebody can get fired today and walk right on in on something's going on as well. It don't look good. Speak on Yehovah Elohim. Justice. Somebody from the law. If somebody also can get jail for something, it would also, say so here. But the truth goes back to justice. There's legal matters around stuff going on, the card says. Or you got a dirty official out here. You have an upright leader out here too. So if your partner is involved in something, they really ain't upright and just. Let the people talk about the crazy police officer or FBI agent or whoever the crap it is. Somebody's in denial, and there's signs out here. Okay, there's signs out here. Maybe the number 11 is actually the justice card in the deck, in the tarot as well. And then you get the signs of 11 here. So 11 energy is out here attached to something. There's a refusal, or you need to refuse something. Somebody's not facing any kind of reality, because here they're coming back again. Anyway, children, or your soulmates, your relatives are out here. Children are out here. Somebody's around a situation that ain't your friend. They need you to do something for them. Somebody gonna lose their job today for some other cases, and the law's involved in something. And somebody, for some of you all, have your house key. You have no right to be in somebody else's house. So there's a little plot going on around some relationship out here. Okay? Somebody thinks that this little friendship is a friendship, but it ain't. It's toxic. And if you are in some type of a friendship and you're there doing what God tells you to do to minister to somebody and sow seeds, then that's different. You are going to be upright, and you're going to establish something by your judgment in those types of communications. Because the goal here, while we're passing through this realm, folks, is to get people to wake up to some nonsense that really takes place in a really nasty way karmically when people do things. Somebody trying to get away with a crime, though, out here. For whatever reason, while you're around somebody, there's a plot around it. And somebody is being investigated, and somebody is being investigated, and there's something real toxic with it. The letter D came out with the letter O. So if you're in medical situations, a DO, something odd is here. An overdose, you could be dealing with something like that as well. Money is around this stuff. Okay, this is also a joy rune. And it's something positive if you're going to establish something the way that you should. So the D and or the O, person, place, or thing, first, middle, last name, R and the P came out, and the K and the C are also here. Thanks for being patient. I feel like I need to grab a few cards over here. Pick through my hands, Most High God, Yehovah Elohim. Whatever you want to say. The first card says that he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that rules his spirit than he that takes a city. And we have somebody being presented with a bribe out here. And so if and the King of Wands is a hothead, my God, gonna blow up in your freaking face if I don't get my way type of nonsense. If somebody either does have integrity and you're gonna be slow to anger to something and rule your spirit, you're gonna be better than the mighty. Whatever that is for you. But anyway, that's one of the cards that came out. The next card says that it is the glory of Elohim, God, to conceal a thing, but the honor of kings is to search out a matter. We do have that out here. Thank you, Most High. Also, a tanning salon connection is specifically being called out. Someone controlling and jealous is around some nonsense. That's what he is in the reverse. He's toxic. Somebody crazy out here. Jealous freaks. A witch that performs spells on people. He's a warlock in the reverse. Anyway, Most High says he's going to destroy this person. So better watch out what you think you're trying to do. God's fixing to destroy somebody to the pit of hell. You're going to be trapped in that realm that we've talked about all week long. And this person in the reverse, the King of Wands that's in the reverse of his energy, he thinks he's all that in a bag of chips because he's a narcissist. I'm just going to walk on in there. If I got to walk on people to get my way, I will. He'll explode. He's crazy. He's already done some type of a spell performance out here. He thinks he's going to get his way, and something's going on around your family, your children, or children involved in some crap. The person's in denial. They're toxic. And God says, I'm going to destroy this person. And so, and it will be talked about, known about. God's going to bring something out here. Dealing with a dangerous energy today, and we all need to pray, whether it is your energy or not. Most I don't lie, it is somebody's energy out here, and the righteous people are to stand in the gap for people that are dealing with some heavy stuff. Whoever the headship is, it's got some bribe around it. May they establish your county, your town, your city, your state, your nation. Let us not be underneath a headship that wants to walk all over people and get up in here and shake hands with somebody and be sideways. What a crazy thing. What a crazy thing. God says he's going to have less say anyway all day long. But we need to pray that our leadership would do the right thing and catch whoever's done a crime out here. You check your friends. Check why somebody would have a key to your home or something like that. We also got people trying to do things on our electronics and it didn't work out for you. I woke up this morning, somebody had hacked in my phone. I'm not moved by that stuff. Let me just say something to the person. I'm not moved by you hacking in on my phone. Don't you understand that the Most High God, Jehovah Elohim, he's my king. And he rules over even you. I know you don't think so because you're some type of fool out here. You're in denial. You're going to hell and God's destroyed you already in your spirit. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. Anybody else who stands with the Most High God. There's no time or space or anything like that where God is concerned. If God's got a message, I'm going to speak it and he'll bypass every little firewall or anything else you try to bring down. I can run through a troop and leap over a wall. Jehovah's on my side, not some freaking fool trying to get away with some type of a crime out here that you are guilty of, and I got evidence against you. If you're new, you're just not going to understand, but I know I'm talking to the criminal. And I energetically, spiritually place you under arrest. You're destroyed by Jehovah Elohim. He's going to win this war because he already has. He's just walking us through, showing us how he's doing it. You better watch yourself on my technology. You're out of order. All right, folks. Have a great day.